Boy, howdy, do I fucking hate technology sometimes. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a special bonus episode of the Who Cares Anyway podcast. I hope you are all doing well because holy shit, am I in a foul mood today, motherfuckers. Woo! Okay. Because look, Kees and I said we were going to meet an hour ago to get started. So by now we'd be an hour into the show and talking. But no, we just started now. So that's where we're at. Okay. Deal with it. For God's sake. Kees, how are you doing?
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Who Cares Anyway podcast. That's your host, Chris, for today. I'm Kees, his co-host, and we're talking about the 2020 Oscar nominations, of course. He is not able to say it right because he's just pissed, and I get why, because seriously, trying to get the intro to work and also figuring out StreamYard is a very difficult thing, apparently.
Jesus Christ.
But boy, yeah, we're live. It is 6 p.m. my time. It is noon Eastern. And we're here to talk about the Oscars.
We are here to talk about the Oscars. I see a first person in the chat. Madeira. Welcome to the chat. Glad to see you finally here for once. Live anyway.
Finally, we're at a decent time for Europe.
Yeah, this is true. This is absolutely true. So, and yes, please feel free to comment any thoughts you have regarding hashtag Oscars so white again once we get into it. But the funny thing is, that's not even my main point of controversy that I want to get into because, ladies and gentlemen, the shades are already on and we're not even on the official Oscar chat yet because, well, as you know that I like to say, if you know this little song and dance, I'll even put the words on the screen for you to sing along with. And that is, grab your popcorn and grab your drinks because it's red time. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is an early morning dose of rants because... Now, as Kees and I mentioned on last week's episode, one of our most anticipated films of the year is No Time to Die, the last Daniel Craig James Bond film. You know, and some could say that the Craig era is kind of a controversial era of Bond because, you know,
it's good, but
it's good. It has some low points. You know, no matter which way you try to pull it. Sorry, Ryan Permison. But Quantum of Solace, it's one of the worst Bond films ever made.
Yes, it is.
So, yeah. But we all can agree that it started off with one of the strongest possible notes in Casino Royale.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons that it did so well is because, who did that amazing theme song? Oh, yeah. That would be Mr. Chris Cornell. May he rest in peace. And You Know My Name will forever go down as one of the best Bond themes of all time.
Yep.
You know, but and what a way to introduce that because we have to get someone who is just as talented, I feel, to bring about the end of this era of Bond. Except, wait, no, we didn't do that. We didn't do that in the slightest because no. Who are we gonna get? You should see me in The Crown. She's the bad guy. Fucking Billie Eilish? Are you fucking kidding me? Holy. Okay. I understand wanting to cash grab on someone to come onto your soundtrack while they're still popular, but what the fuck does Billie Eilish have to do with fucking James Bond? I mean, okay, if you want to make the argument, well, why did you do Adele for Skyfall? One, Adele has power to her voice. She can actually make a song bombastic and make it feel bigger than it really is.
Also, she was one of the most popular artists at the time.
She was. And, you know, which, yes, you could make the argument that was also them cashing in. But here's the other difference. Well, and actually, also, A, Adele's British. That helps.
Yeah, and also Skyfall won Best Song at the Oscars.
Yeah, because it actually earned it, unlike that Sam Smith nonsense. But
okay, to be fair, I disagree with that, but still, you know,
but at least it. And sure, we can all agree that no matter what Billie Eilish comes up with, I'm sure it'll be better than Another Way to Die from Quantum of Solace. But
I mean, it has to be.
But that's a pretty low bar.
Yeah,
and
Look,
I get
if it's better than the
Writing on the Wall.
yeah, that one, I'll be okay with that. Because the truth is, when I first heard Writing on the Wall before the movie came out, I was like, oh. When I saw it in the movie, I was more okay with it. But that's the thing, I was more okay with it. I didn't love it. I didn't really like it that much. I thought it was but like in the movie, it's fine. It works as a Bond theme. But there have been so many more better Bond themes. And especially considering that the last Bond movie I saw yesterday was Goldfinger. Yeah, there have been better Bond themes.
It's not the best, but I think it works. In that one, it is a case of it's not the best, but it works fine with the movie presented. And I guess I'll live with whatever Miss Eilish and her brother come up with. But I am just so disappointed by all of this because here, let me just give you like a little bit of a contextual example of why I do feel You Know My Name is one of the best, because in the 90s, Chris Cornell was untouchable as an artist, because when you're a member of Soundgarden, one of the biggest rock bands of the decade, yeah, people know who the hell you are. But Soundgarden stopped making music in 1997 because Chris Cornell went to, go do his own projects like Audio Slave and then become his own solo career. So he was kind of being viewed as a washed up old skeleton from a bygone era, kind of like James Bond at the time. Because what was the last film that came out before Casino Royale?
Die Another Day.
And it was a movie that showed that the Bond era seemed to be completely out of ideas.
Okay, so last weekend I watched Die Another Day with my girlfriend, and we both agreed it's fun, it's entertaining, but it's not a good movie. It is so not a good movie.
No, not in the slightest, unfortunately. But we can agree that after Die Another Day, the franchise needed a fresh start. It needed a reboot. It needed, new blood.
That's why we essentially got a prequel with Casino Royale.
Exactly, and I thought it was too perfect that you get someone to introduce us to this new Bond. Then, like I said, someone who at the time critics were calling a washed up has-been of a rock singer who was from a bygone era. But instead, what happened? Oh yeah, Chris Cornell bringing arguably one of the best Bond themes of all time.
It's my favorite.
And I'm sorry, but for when you're going to end this era that the Broccolis and Daniel Craig brought, and you're going to give us Billie fucking Eilish, who the woman who doesn't know how to, like shit. I talk louder than she sings. I talk louder than she can physically sing. Because, she's super quiet and super reserved because it's all about the performance, man. It's all about the atmosphere. She's the bad guy.
I feel it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fucking yeah. Because, that's what we want for our James Bond song.
Yikes.
I hate this. I hate this so much.
Chris, aren't we supposed to talk about something else?
Oh, you mean you want to talk about my Star Trek rant from earlier today?
No.
Oh, God.
No, we should probably move on to the main topic.
Fine.
This Billie Eilish rant is long enough. Look, we'll see what she does. I hope it's good.
But when
I have no idea who this person even is, so I have no judgment.
Fair enough, and I wish I was in your position, but I'm not. So okay, you're right. We should start getting into the main topic of the night, which is that big shock.
No. And this hashtag is wrong because they at least nominated one person of color in all the acting categories. So you cannot say
you're right. They got the one. They got just
white male. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But we'll get to that.
We'll get to it. All right. Unfortunately, as far as the shorts go, neither of us really
care.
Care / were available to give them a watch.
No, but even if I would have been able to give it a watch, I wouldn't care to give it a watch. So that's why I didn't.
Fair enough. And a documentary. I do try to watch documentaries more often these days, but I just don't really have the time for it, and that sucks because I did finally see Free Solo from 2018. That thing was fantastic, and my favorite movie of 2018 was a documentary.
True.
Won't You Be My Neighbor? But man, I'm bummed, but I'll do my best to catch up on some of those once I have a little more access to them. So let's start with actually I'll also throw in for I see what you did. Oscars. So instead of now foreign language film, the category is now called Best International Feature Film of the Year.
Yeah, that's how they call it now. Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. Because, the foreign language cannot be English.
Any more reasons you want to screw over Lionheart there, Oscars? Jesus.
Let's avoid this controversy because there's enough to talk about already, I feel.
Yeah, and you're right. I don't need to go on yet another rant this early in the show.
I mean, we're getting plenty of it already. We know that.
Yes. Although, just quick side note, though, Pain and Glory is awesome. Parasite, I've heard nothing but great things. I'm still pissed I haven't seen it, but I'm going to make time for it this week. So please be good.
Yeah, I should still see it. But I'm going to see it, considering it's not just nominated for international feature, but also picture.
Yes, which I'm very excited about that. All right. So then let's start from the bottom and sort of work our way to the top. And let's go to Best Original Screenplay. Starting with Knives Out, written by Ryan Johnson. Yay. Marriage Story, written by Noah Baumbach. Yay. 1917. Nice.
Okay, yeah. Here's my one thing. This is based on events. How do we still live in a fucking age where a movie based on events can be original screenplay? I still despise this loophole. Like, oh no, it's not technically based off anything that was written before, so it technically is original. It's based off events. Fuck off.
Green Book won Best Original Screenplay. Yeah, that was
the biggest bullshit of last year. Heck, Green Book winning Best Picture was not as bullshit as winning original screenplay. So
I actually will agree with that, and I hate both those wins for it. But
seriously, if you want an original screenplay, where the fuck is Booksmart? Where were any of Booksmart's nominations?
Thank you. Because Kees, we had to make room for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and its original screenplay. Which, hold on, man, wasn't that also based on real events to an extent? Yeah, the whole murder Sharon Tate thing that we had to rewrite.
That's the thing. It tells it differently. Like Inglourious Bastards, it changes what happened. But still, that means that it is based on something. So I do think it should be adapted. But yeah, no, the Academy, fuck you for not being consistent with your original screenplay, honestly.
I know. It's...
I don't get this.
It's such crap. It is such crap. But we do have Parasite also nominated, so yay!
That's probably good.
Because again, at least we're getting a little more, not just American films. Because you know what? Because here's actually one of the other frustrating things, like I've been noticing about the last couple of decades, last couple of years, is that like everybody's like asking the Oscars to put more, more foreign language films in outside of just the foreign language category, and they like refuse to, but now we're starting.
Yeah, and if they could do the same for animated, that would be great.
Please, that would be awesome.
Because it's the same bullshit. Like, they created animated feature because back when that was created, there had only ever been one animated feature nominated for Best Picture, Beauty and the Beast. Since then, we did get two in a row with Up and Toy Story 3, but still, Spider-Verse last year should have been nominated. Inside Out in
Oh, should have won.
2015. There should have maybe even won. Inside Out in 2016 should have been nominated. Even I feel. So
Yes.
there have been animated features over the years that should have been nominated, but they're like, no, but we have their separate category. Fuck your separate category. A movie is a movie. And if a movie is great, then a movie is great. So nominate for fucking Best Picture instead of creating these stupid new categories that no one gives a shit about, instead of giving us a category like, stunt ensemble or casting director. Those are categories that we need. And luckily, some other award shows are actually including those categories now.
Thank you, SAG.
Yeah, exactly. But still not the Oscars, because the Oscars are so old. Like, fucking hell. And yes, I am definitely wearing this to trigger people. I'm even triggering myself because I don't agree with one of these noms.
We'll get there in a bit. Oh, yes. Fuck yeah.
Yes, fuck yes. Why not picture, though? Would have liked picture. In that case, my top 4 would have been nominated for Best Picture, not the top 3.
Fair point. For adapted screenplay, we have The Irishman, based on I Heard You Paint Houses. I'm actually fine with that. Jojo Rabbit.
Yes.
Yes. Joker.
Huh?
I'm not mad.
We'll get into the Joker argument in a bit, I feel.
Well, we'll get into it in a little bit. Little Women. Yay.
But where was the director nom, though?
Oh, we'll get there in a bit.
Okay. And Two Popes, the most Oscar nominated thing you can nominate, I feel.
Pretty much.
It's literally 2 old men. Yeah, of course the Oscars are gonna suck that dick. And it's a very old and shriveled dick.
Well, I mean, they are Catholics, so yes.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Then it's a very young and
damn.
Yes, I went there.
Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're in one of those moods today. That's the kind of show you're gonna get if all ye who have been warned.
It's Wednesday evening for me, but still, I'm recovering from being sick.
Yes. All right. So, moving on to the next category for visual effects.
Yeah.
All right.
What in the fuck is the Irishman doing here? Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, Endgame, yes. Rise of Skywalker, yes. Lion King, sure, I guess. 1917, no. Okay, well, but not 1917, sure, I guess. But what the fuck is the Irishman doing here? And yeah, also Lion King. Like, you know what? 2016, when the Jungle Book did this, the Lion King just did it again. Just nothing special about this.
Oh, wait, sorry, no, I forgot, because there's one shot in the movie that used something real. That means everything else was built by computer, and it looks so lifelike. It does. I'm not gonna act like it doesn't. From a technical standpoint, Lion King is fucking perfection.
We already praised this 3 years ago.
We did.
Why are we doing that again? Especially a shitty movie like Lion King.
Yep.
And The Irishman.
now, the thing with The Irishman, I understand the nomination, but here's the problem. I've seen a deep fake video off of software you can get for free that looks
better than The Irishman.
Well, that's because, in fairness, the person took the footage from The Irishman and then just deep faked on top of that. He did not work based off of the original raw footage of Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, so on and so forth. So I don't know if he necessarily would have gotten the same result. But that said, if someone can add on to what you've already done and then make it look even better, that's a problem.
And honestly, I feel like, despite the fact that the movie was not particularly great, Godzilla King of the Monsters should have had the nomination for visual effects more so than Irishman, for example.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Like, that's the thing. The movie itself is not great or anything, but I mean, Kong Skull Island was nominated a few years ago. Why not this one? Like, seriously, reward things that are actually meant to be rewarded instead of this. Yeah, this is just the most Oscar nominated crap that you get from the Oscars every year because they're old farts.
Yeah, like
Continue.
I yeah, you're kind of stealing all my points. So fuck it.
Sorry.
Let's just run into all the to both the sound categories.
All
I
right.
suppose we'll start with sound editing. We'll go to Ford v Ferrari.
Yes.
Good job. Joker.
No. No way in
Eh,
hell the Joker should be nominated for either sound categories.
I'll disagree with you on mixing, but editing, I'll give you that. 1917, naturally.
Yes.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Really? Like, really?
And Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. No
Yes.
shit.
Where was the mixing nom though?
Right?
Like,
Because I don't care where you're from. Rise of Skywalker was mixed beautifully.
yeah, that's the thing. Like, the Rise of Skywalker, in terms of story structure, is a mess. But in terms of technical achievement, it has beautiful visuals. It has great sound. So that should be nominated. Yeah, why not mixing? Heck, Rogue One got a fucking mixing nom.
It did. It's a little disturbing.
Especially, like, considering the mixing nom. Okay, I haven't seen Ad Astra.
Yeah,
but
so yeah, it's Ad Astra, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Ford v Ferrari, Joker in 1917.
yeah, Joker and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood can fuck off.
They actually can in this department because Tarantino kind of intentionally made Once Upon a Time in Hollywood a little bit mixed, imbalanced, because he was trying to capture 1969. And
Yeah.
was the technology perfect for 1969? It really wasn't. No. But that was the charm of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood from a technical standpoint. But I just don't fucking get it. But we all can realize.
Yeah. Oscar's so old.
Well, you know what? Here, just give me 3 seconds here.
Yeah, just change it and Oscar's so old, because that's what I feel is a lot.
Yeah. Guys, I want you to do me a favor. Next time you're tweeting about the Oscars, make sure you include this hashtag Oscars so old. We'd appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see here. Let's move on to. Oh shit! Hold on. Yep, there we go. Achievement in production design.
Yeah.
The Irishman. I 100% agree on this one, actually.
Sure.
Jojo Rabbit. Yes. 1917. Yes. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Oh my fucking god, yes. And Parasite. That house looks incredible.
I don't know about Parasite, but I assume so. So yeah. Okay, they got this one right. Wow,
they got it right. Good job. But
costume design.
Yes. Now, costume design. Shit.
Or did you have another one?
Did I ever shoot costume design? I must have overshot it. My bad.
Costume design is The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Son of a bitch! Seriously. Okay. Look, again, as far as Irishman goes, it really does look like you are back in the 50s, 60s, and early 70s. Like I'm not gonna deny that. The costumes were perfect. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, again, it really looked like you were in 1969.
Yeah.
Little Women, please win that one. And Joker, it felt like you were in the 80s. It looked good, but the only suit that stood out, obviously, was Arthur's.
Yeah, that's one that truly stands out. Yeah, I'm hoping for Jojo Rabbit in this case. I haven't seen Little Women
Please.
yet, and I'll see. I'll see if Little Women deserves it when I get to see it. But I assume I will like that more than the other ones. But yeah, I want Jojo Rabbit to get some love. That's my like second favorite movie of the year.
It's like my third. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So please.
please. Yeah. But I don't know if Jojo Rabbit can pull off the editing win because unfortunately, altogether, we are up against, once again, The Irishman, Ford v Ferrari, Joker, and Parasite.
I really want Ford v Ferrari to win this. I remember that for a 2.5 hour movie, that didn't feel as long. It was
No.
really well edited, really well paced, especially like with the racing sequences. It's really well edited, and I really feel that Ford v Ferrari should win it. Might be just me.
No, here's the thing. While I do some quote unquote critiques with with the structure and the story of Ford v Ferrari, I do quite love it from a technical aspect.
Yeah.
And obviously I think editing it should win because every time that
Thank
you're
you.
doing the race, especially doing the Le Mans race, I'm like, oh fuck, so well edited.
Yeah.
It's not Baby Driver good, but damn if it isn't good.
Well, there's no Baby Driver this year, unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
We need more. Edgar Wright make movies.
hey, he's got what's it called? Something in Soho. Last Night in Soho coming this year.
Okay.
Even though it is a horror film, I'm still gonna recommend you check it out because it's Edgar Wright.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Achievement in makeup and hairstyling.
For the first time, 5 nominees.
Yes,
And that's not for the better because there's one movie in here. Oh boy.
I'll get there in a second. So we have the obvious candidates of Judy, 1917, Joker, but then we also have Bombshell, which is interesting. But in fairness, the actresses did look like the characters they were playing. And now we've got the big one. Why in the 7 circles of fuck are we giving fucking Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, any more attention than it already did not deserve? It's like, okay, Oscars, do you just hate people at this point? Do you just hate everyone?
Like, do you hate good films?
Because
I honestly saw a meme the other day. I need to look it up for a second. Is this? Yeah. So it's I think this is Danny DeVito. I'm not entirely sure, but he's like bullshit to Uncut Gems, bullshit to The Farewell. But this I love. And you have Maleficent and The Lion King. Because The Lion King and Maleficent are nominated for Oscars, but Uncut Gems, The Farewell, actual great movies are not nominated for anything at all.
Why?
What in the fuck? Are you kidding me? Like, you cannot be fucking serious.
Like I do realize that ABC, who will once again host the Oscars, is owned by Disney. Ergo, Disney has a little more pull in the Oscars than maybe it should be allowed to get away with.
To be fair,
but
Disney has always had some kind of a good connection with the Oscars.
But there has to come a time when we have to realize this is some bull fucking shit.
Yeah, this is yeah.
Okay.
Joker can win this one.
I honestly don't care who wins this one. Just anything but Maleficent. That's all I ask.
Like this is one of the times that I will actually say that Joker can win it instead of that it shouldn't have been nominated in the first place.
Oh. Okay. Fair enough.
So cherish that while it lasts, because I'm not going to say it very often.
Yeah. As we come to the other big technical Oscar that is going to drive me up the wall a little bit. Because, look, The Lighthouse was an instant nominee for Best Cinematography. But when you throw it up against 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Joker, and The Irishman, can you be any more effing predictable? And of course, this means that The Lighthouse won't win, even though it fucking should, because it's the best shot movie of the year. Ah!
Have you seen 1917 though?
Have you seen The Lighthouse?
No, not yet. No, that's the thing. I haven't seen 1917 or The Lighthouse, so I don't know at this point. But considering what I've heard of 1917 and the fact that it's shot by Roger Deakins, I'm like, yeah, you know.
Which, I mean, once I do see 1917, I will see it before the Oscars comes out. But I'm you know what, Madeira, you said it best.
I do not understand the Oscars. Yeah.
You really did say it best.
A lot of people don't at times.
It's just,
The only people who understand the Oscars are the Oscars themselves.
And I don't think even they understand the Oscars anymore, to be perfectly honest. Because don't get me wrong, like the cinematography was good in Irishman. It was good in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but
by the way, it is very, very sad that no one is talking about a movie that should definitely have been up for cinematography. It might even have won, which is Tolkien, but no one saw that.
It's true. No one did see that.
Like, seriously, anyone, if you've seen Tolkien, you know what I'm talking about. That movie is shot beautifully.
Yes. But no, we had to.
No, Joker and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood deserve it.
Ugh. No kidding. All right. So let's come up to the one that is gonna kill me because Disney's gonna walk away with it no matter what, and How to Train Your Dragon will once again go on to win for the third fucking time. Best animated feature film of the year: How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World, I Lost My Body, Klaus, Missing Link, and Toy Story 4.
It is honestly surprising that 3 of these movies are not the mainstream type movies, because the Oscars very often go with mainstream movies and maybe throw in 1 or 2 not very known. Okay, Klaus maybe, but I Lost My Body, Klaus, and Missing Link were not on my radar for animated whatsoever. And after the nominations came out for like the Globes and stuff, suddenly more, but still no Frozen 2. That's honestly a surprise. And I'm quite surprised that Toy Story 4 made it, because I like Toy Story 4, but I did think Frozen 2 was better, personally. Maybe just me. You haven't seen Toy Story 4 yet, have you?
I actually haven't, no.
Okay. I don't think it'll win, though. But unfortunately, I also don't think that How to Train Your Dragon will win, because, well, Missing Link is getting all the love from all the awards.
And I don't get it, because don't get me wrong, I love Leica Studios. Kubo and the Two Strings is one of my favorite movies of the decade from the 2010s. But, seriously, people, Klaus, it will be a new Christmas classic. It is the new Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It is the new Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Like, that's going to be a movie that people will show their kids every year at Christmas.
But that's not what the Oscars care about with these type of things. They care about how can we correct for previous years, and how can we focus on just this year and not think about the future, because they hardly ever think about what in the future.
Dark Knight, what?
Exactly. The Oscars are always about looking at the past because they're so fucking old, and they care about what happened, not what is going to happen, because they probably won't live to see that happen in the first place. Fucking Oscars. So yeah, this is really frustrating. I really hope How to Train Your Dragon will win, but it won't.
It won't, unfortunately. Okay, so we still have the acting Oscars and then director, picture. Oh no, sorry. Sorry.
You're forgetting score and song.
Yep, because here, let's go to Best Original Song.
Yeah.
To I Can't Let You Throw Yourself Away from Toy Story 4.
This is very much Disney. Disney has a good relation with the Oscars.
Probably. I'm Gonna Love Me Again from Rocket Man.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm Standing With You from one of the worst fucking things to come out last year. Fuck Breakthrough. Fuck you, Pureflix. Stop making movies. Nobody likes you. Nobody wants you around. You're just bullshit Christian propaganda. Shut the fuck up. Into the Unknown from Frozen 2.
This is the Let It Go from the movie. It might not be the best song, but it's the Let It Go. So yeah,
it's definitely not the best song.
But hey, was Let It Go the best song of that movie? Probably not, but it still won. Yeah, because it was the popular one.
Well, okay, but from a qualitative perspective, Let It Go makes Into the Unknown look like Lost in the Woods for you.
Yeah. Look, I adore Let It Go.
Same.
And I definitely think it deserved the Oscar, but it's more like the popular choice from the movie. And maybe not the best song of the movie, but semantics.
Fair enough. What do you guys think? Because the last one is Stand Up from Harriet, and it's fine.
Okay, sure.
It's fine. But okay.
Score.
Hold on. Let me set you up.
Is this for me?
This is for you.
Boy, okay. The score nominees are Hildur Guðnadóttir for Joker, who is probably going to win it.
I'm okay with that.
Alexander Desplat for Little Women.
Okay with that.
But sure. Randy Newman for Marriage Story. Yes. Mm-hmm. Thomas Newman for 1917. And then we get to my fucking shirt, and where I disagree with, none of this. Fucking none of this. The Rise of Skywalker has no fucking right in the 7 Circles of Hell to be nominated for a goddamn Academy Award in score. It doesn't. There's nothing great about the score. It is what I said about Solo, but it's actually true for this one, because with Solo, I came around on that score. I have actually listened to the Rise of Skywalker score and seen the movie twice, and still think it is fucking atrocious, at least if you compare it to all of John Williams' other work. And the only fucking reason he's nominated is because it's his 52nd Academy Award. He's not going to win it, or at least the nomination, 52nd nomination.
Yep.
He's not going to fucking win it. You know that. And seriously, The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith deserved it way more than this fucking score. Are you kidding me? This is arguably his worst Star Wars score. Why are you nominating this? It should never have been nominated. And with the Golden Globes, I was thinking, oh, he's not nominated, so he's probably not get nominated for the Oscar because, the Globes got it mostly right. But yeah, the Oscars get it wrong. Are you fucking kidding me? I don't get this.
I love the movie, and even I say the score is nothing special.
No. It's literally let's remix old themes for no good fucking reason. And also let's make sure that they're not mixed well, because, it needs to sound different from the original.
Yeah, because, Rey walking around the Death Star, but we're going to play the music that played when Darth Vader died. Oh,
when
yeah.
Darth Vader died, but then we're going to mix it with and it's stupid. It makes no sense. Anywho.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and by the way, Hildur, I really do hope to God you win, because I when I think back on Joker, there are 3 things that stick out to me the most. 1, Joaquin, obviously. 2 is the score. 3 is Robert De Niro as Murray Franklin. I think that score was perfection as for what the movie needed.
Uh-huh.
But as we start to wrap this up, let's get into the so let's do supporting actress first, and we'll do supporting actor, then actor. Just to shine a light on the ladies who did deserve, and shine the light on some ladies who should have gotten a shot in this category. Okay, Kathy Bates and Richard Jewell. That was an obvious one. Laura Dern in Marriage Story. You picked the wrong movie.
No, but she won the Globe, and she's probably going to win the SAG, and then she's probably going to win this.
I don't care. They picked the wrong movie to nominate her from. 3, you've got ScarJo in Jojo Rabbit. who I personally think should win. You got Florence Pugh in Little Women. Damn solid choice. She was fantastic. And then Margot Robbie in Bombshell.
Yeah? Oh, no?
No.
Okay, I haven't seen Bombshell, so I don't know.
I straight up disagree with that take. If you put a gun to my head, I would say maybe throw it to.
Oh, well, any of the Booksmart girls.
Yes, honestly, Billie Lord. Let's go Billie Lord for
Yes,
for
Billy.
Booksmart.
Yeah, definitely Billie Lord. Yes, I adored that performance.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
but no, Booksmart is getting no nominations this year.
nothing, and I'm so mad about that because
It's such bullshit.
favorite movie of the year. So what can I say?
It's my number 6.
Really like but whatever, it's fine. Supporting actor. Honestly, there's only one person I would keep out of these nominees if I was setting this up, because you have Tom Hanks in A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Anthony Hopkins in The Two Popes, Al Pacino in The Irishman.
By the way, have you seen The Two Popes?
Yes, I have seen that.
Okay, Al Pacino and Joe Pesci, which is going to cancel each other out anyway.
Presumably, unless we have a 3 Billboards case, but I doubt that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then Brad Pitt for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, who, thank God,
he deserves it.
He deserved it. He absolutely deserves it. But, seriously, we're not going to throw anything towards, The Farewell. We're not going to throw anything towards Timothée Chalamet for Little Women. We're not going to throw anything towards, I don't know, maybe Robert De Niro for Joker, because I'll be honest, his performance in Joker over The Irishman is way better in Joker.
Okay. Also, no love for any of the Knives Out performances, or Ford v Ferrari.
Yeah, you know what? I would. Yeah, I do Damon.
I do think that they made a mistake in probably pushing Christian Bale for Best Actor, because that was too much of a stacked category, and you could have gotten away, I think, with pushing Christian Bale for Supporting Actor, because it's not 100% clear who the lead is in that movie.
Touche.
Like they did the same with The Fighter, where he was essentially a leading role, but they pushed him for supporting because there was also another leading role, so semantics.
Gotta love semantics.
Yeah, well, by the way, it's crazy that you have Tom Hanks, Anthony Hopkins, Al Pacino, and Joe Pesci, all Oscar winners, or they have won more than one Oscar, and Brad Pitt is going to take it, who has not won a single acting Oscar ever.
Sure, Brian.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Next category.
Next category. Best performance by an actress in a leading role. Okay, I know exactly who I take out and who I put in.
Okay.
Cynthia. So we have Cynthia Erivo for Harriet. Good job. Scarlett Johansson for Marriage Story. Good job. Saoirse Ronan for Little Women. Good job. Charlize Theron for Bombshell. Renee Zellweger for Judy. I take out Charlize Theron for Bombshell, and I put in Charlize Theron for Long Shot.
Okay. Or again, any of the Booksmart girls.
Yes, Beanie Feldstein. Let's do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and considering the momentum, well, Renee Zellweger is very popular at this point for Judy, so she might. But I really hope that ScarJo can get either supporting or actress, but just give her a goddamn Oscar, because she's nominated for 2 in the same year when she had never been nominated for a single Oscar in her life. So fucking hell, give it to her. Any of them.
Please. Because, she was only in, what, I would argue 3 of the best movies of last year.
Yeah.
So give her some fucking credit. Give her one of these Oscars. Please. As we come to, as we've said, the most stacked category of the year.
And still they got it wrong, I feel.
No, Actually, I think we got 100% right. But
Okay.
we have for lead actor Antonio Banderas for Pain and Glory, Leonardo DiCaprio for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Adam Driver for Marriage Story, Joaquin Phoenix in Joker, and Jonathan Pryce in The Two Popes. Price is why I liked The Two Popes.
Okay.
So
Well, I just I felt that
the only person maybe I would take out is maybe Jonathan Pryce, and I'd put in
Taron Egerton.
Oh, I was gonna say Daniel Craig.
No, Taron Egerton.
Okay.
Yeah, I honestly feel Taron Egerton should be in this because he won the Globe and for good fucking reason. And that Daniel Craig. I mean, I adore that performance, and yes, Knives Out should have had more love, but again, I really feel that they probably should have pushed Craig for supporting actor, because actor was so stacked. But yeah, okay. I've seen 3 of these performances, so I have no idea about Jonathan Pryce or Antonio Banderas. But the point is, they're never going to win it anyway. This is, by the way, Antonio Banderas' first ever Oscar nom, and I really feel. Well, I really feel that maybe he should not have been nominated and put in Taron to make it a little bit more of a fight, because I hate to say it, that Joaquin is probably going to win it. I'm going to fucking hate it because Driver deserves it. But that's just me, I guess.
Because he turned in, 4 solid performances throughout the year.
Wait, Driver?
Yeah. Rise of Skywalker, The Dead Don't Die, The Report, and Marriage Story.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know about The Dead Don't Die, The Report. I also haven't seen it. Seriously, have you seen Marriage Story? How good is he in that?
Right?
So, and also one thing that I really felt that was, it was something that someone said when when it was revealed how many Oscar nominations Joker got, because Joker is the most nominated with 11, and that's bullshit. One big criticism that I have with the film, it is very, very, very surface level. What you see is what you get. There's nothing underneath. There's no mystery. It's just exactly what you get. And I feel that also is the performance. There's nothing much to that performance besides, well, okay, it looks like good acting. That's all it looks like. That there's nothing to it, I feel. And I really feel that Joaquin doesn't deserve it, even though he's getting all the love from everywhere. And I'm like, and this might be more of a career achievement award for him because of all his body of work. And Driver is still the young guy who, that's the thing. Driver has been nominated for 2 Oscars in a row. Last year for BlacKkKlansman, now for Marriage Story. And he's probably going to get a whole lot more Oscar nominations in the future. But can we fucking award it when it's due? Like, here, Driver, I feel, is the best performer. And Joker is just going to win it because it's the lifetime achievement thing, because the Oscars are so fucking busy with correcting mistakes from the past. Need to get that off my chest.
I actually don't disagree with you. But I guess the only difference between you and me on Joker is, while I do genuinely love the movie, I do have a very serious nitpick with it, in that it's trying to be a conversation about mental health, but it doesn't want to actually be a conversation about mental health.
No, it doesn't go too deep.
No.
Like it literally shows everything that is happening to him, and that's it. There's nothing to it, really.
Yeah. Which, granted, because because as I was personally watching the movie, I did see a dark reflection of myself.
Mm-hmm.
A possibility of what I could have wound up as if I didn't get the help that I did when I got it. But simultaneously, you're right. It's a kiddie pool in regards to how it actually approaches, the topic of mental health, and it doesn't take it as seriously as it should.
No.
But I'm not going to fault the Oscars when they give Joaquin the Oscar for it, because
it's a good performance.
Yeah, and
there's not much else that you can say about that. It's a good performance, but I really I felt that Driver's character and performance in Marriage Story were way more powerful because there was more to the character than we just saw on screen. And you see it through the performance, and you see it through the writing of the character throughout the movie and the story. And like the unfortunate thing is, Marriage Story is not going to win a single Oscar because of the fact that there are stronger um, other nominees in the same categories, or at least more popular nominees, despite the fact that I think Marriage Story is way better than a lot of the movies that it's nominated as, and it should get several Academy Awards. But I really feel it's going to be like Lady Bird 2 years ago, where it is really good, but it's just losing out to movies that are just more popular, not better, more popular with the rest of the Academy who are voting. And that's what frustrates me about these Academy Awards. Yes, Madara. Yes,
I 100% agree with that. Thank you. Hashtag make Oscars young again. Which
no, but then Avengers Endgame gets nominated for Best Picture, and we can't have that happen.
Honestly, though, I would have jumped for joy if Endgame had gotten nominated. Sure, yes. Is it my number 2 of the year? So am I a little biased in that regard? Yes, but
still, can we nominate something that is deserved?
Thank you.
Especially like if you really want to go with the lifetime achievement thing, Endgame is the one that you nominate because of what they achieved with the MCU. But no, the only fucking nomination that it got was visual effects. Fuck you.
That was such a slap in the face.
It is.
Especially to a franchise that has changed the game for better or worse as much as the MCU has.
It is the best franchise, period. There's no argument to be made. So why are we not rewarding that? At least in terms of how they planned it out and the box office.
I will get back to you on that. I'll get back to you on that. But no, and you're right though. Like, if there was ever a time to credit the MCU for pulling off what it did, it's here and now. And once again, it got screwed because, oh well, this is just kid stuff, and we make it for the kids, and yeah.
And like, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is cinema, and The Irishman is cinema, and we need to fuck you.
Yeah. Again, I like both those movies, but fuck you.
It's not. I really hope they don't win Best Picture because that would.
As I was going to say, it will literally be Green Book all over again for me if it does. If either of them do.
Well, okay, it'll be Green Book for the first time for me because I had no issue with Green Book winning Best Picture. I'm gonna have issues if Once Upon a Time in Hollywood wins it, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, and speaking of, what a shock! You want the 5 most predictable best directing choices you can make.
Martin Scorsese, Todd Phillips, Sam Mendes, Quentin Tarantino, and Bong Joon-ho. Yeah.
Honestly, I'd only keep 2 of them.
Thing is, I haven't seen 1917, so I don't.
Fine, then I'll keep 3, but which 2 I'm getting rid of.
You're getting rid of Scorsese and Tarantino?
Yep.
Yeah, because, they've been nominated for so many Oscars already. They've won their Oscars already, so why nominate them again for not their best movie?
Clearly. And do you want to know who I'm going to put in there instead? Because you know what? No. Ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go again.
Here we go again. In the words of C-3PO, here we go again. All right. Now, is it a big shock that two of my favorite films in my top 5 were directed by women? No, it's not a shock because guess what? We had a lot of fantastic films that were directed by women last year. Portrait of a Lady on Fire, that was a fantastic film. Booksmart, that was a fantastic film. Little Women, fantastic. I'm sorry. Did I miss the boat on where we were making progress for so long in this category where in 2017, they 100% got it right by including Jordan Peele and Greta Gerwig for Lady Bird and Get Out, respectively. But no. We can't have progress, permanently. We have to go back to the way we were because we're so fucking old and white and
And also, if you want to nominate white men directing movies, Noah Baumbach is way more deserving. Yeah. Of course. This is also why I very much love to partake in the stuff that we have in the Facebook groups. Like Multiplex does their awards, the Cool Guy. That Facebook group does his awards, and those are way more fun because we vote, and it is actually a lot closer to what we like. And suddenly, Ford v Ferrari and Endgame and Booksmart can get nominated. The stuff that, okay, to be fair, Ford v Ferrari is nominated for picture, but Endgame and Booksmart, the movies that we love and are great and should be nominated. As I said, like Noah Baumbach is the white male that you should have nominated, but no, we got to go with Tarantino and Scorsese because they're Oscar favorites. Taika Waititi should have been nominated even for Jojo Rabbit, I feel, instead of any of them, really. Like, seriously, there are so many more well-directed movies this year or last year than what we got in terms of directing, so it's fucking frustrating.
Yeah. I don't know if I can be any more up the wall about some of this crap because, like,
the thing is, these Oscars were so predictable that it's annoying how predictable they were.
Yes, that I feel is the best way to say it. Like, I'm sick of the predictability. I want to be on the edge of my seat. Like, I remember.
I want to leap with joy with the nominations. When Noah Baumbach gets nominated for director, I want to say yes, and then Taika Waititi, and yes, and then you get Greta Gerwig, and you say yes, instead of Martin Scorsese again, Mendes again, Tarantino again. We get it. These are popular directors, but are they the best directors of this year because of their movie? No.
Just straight no. It's not even a competition. It's not even a question. It's Oscars, you fucked up. You fucked up badly.
The big difference between this year and the previous years is at least these were predictable. At least you could call this, and there's no real surprise in that. So, like, beforehand, we were already kind of let down with it. Except for picture. There are a couple of surprises with picture.
There are, and we'll get there in a second. But yeah, just to wrap this up, like, between this category and screenplay, I'm just so fucking annoyed.
I just hope that the right one wins,
Please.
Out of the nominees, that the right one can win it. Because otherwise, I'll be even more pissed than I am now.
Actually, wait, are we? Well, hold on. Who is the right one? For you.
Okay. In terms of director, probably after I've seen the movie 1917, Sam Mendes. Because Todd Phillips' directing for Joker, I thought was fine. I don't know about The Irishman, but it's whatever. Tarantino, no. And I haven't seen Parasite yet. So out of the ones that I have seen, I'm saying no to all of them. And out of the ones that I haven't seen, I just hope that I get to see something where I can actually say, okay, that is the right director at least. But as of right now, I feel that there were 3, 4, 5. Actually, yeah. My complete top 5 wasn't nominated for director, despite some of them being nominated for picture, because I feel James Mangold for Ford v Ferrari was probably more deserving. Taika Waititi, Jojo Rabbit, Noah Baumbach for Marriage Story, Ryan Johnson for Knives Out, and of course the Russo brothers for Endgame. Any of those would have been more deserving than most of these, I feel.
Yeah. And of course, I will bitch until the end of time that Olivia Wilde and Greta Gerwig were both screwed, but...
Yeah, because, Booksmart is my number 6. So, yeah, Olivia Wilde as well. And I haven't seen Little Women, but, yeah, I know that Greta is really good based off Lady Bird.
Yeah. So, But speaking of Best Picture, yeah, let's let's get into this because some of this I agree with, some of this not so much.
Like
But
half.
yeah, well, no, I'll give it a little more credit. I'll say
Okay.
3/4.
Okay.
3/4 of this I agree with. Ford v Ferrari, naturally.
Yes, I
The
was
Irish,
so happy.
The Irishman, I'm fine with it.
Fine.
Jojo Rabbit, yes. Joker, okay.
Sure.
Little Women, yay. Marriage Story,
Yes.
1917, okay.
Sure.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
No.
God damn it. And Parasite,
Sure.
yay. But no, of course we're too cool for The Farewell. We're too cool for fucking
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. We're too cool for.
I haven't seen Uncut Gems, but I've heard so many great things, and a lot of people are like, "Why was not nominated for anything?"
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, shit. And apparently we're too cool for Knives Out. We're totally too cool for Endgame or Booksmart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you had it all, and then you blew it.
Because look, I was honestly very happy that my top 3 movies of the year were nominated for Best Picture. Ford v Ferrari, Jojo Rabbit, and Marriage Story. I was very happy to see that. But then in between that, I see The Irishman, and I'm like, this is the same potential bull crap that we're getting. And okay, Joker, fine, whatever. Haven't seen Little Women yet. 1917, also haven't seen it yet, and I haven't seen Parasite yet. But with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I'm like, just if this is the one that wins Tarantino the Oscar for picture, at least, I'll be so mad.
Same.
It should have won in 2009 for Inglourious Basterds.
Hell, should have won in 1994 for Pulp Fiction.
1994 was the second year. Very stacked, but sure. So that's the thing. There were 3 great Best Picture nominees for 1984, and I still don't really know which I would take because Forrest Gump at the time was extremely popular. Since then, Shawshank and Pulp Fiction have become like more known.
Have overshadowed it.
But still, Forrest Gump is pretty good, I feel. But yeah, 2009. Why the fuck did The Hurt Locker win? That had no right of winning, I feel. And Inglourious Basterds was way better in my opinion. And now this cannot win Tarantino director or picture, or I'll get mad. I'll get fucking mad.
Same. Because look, if you take away the last 30 minutes of the movie, I think it's damn near perfect. But once you put those last 30 minutes in there, I'm just like,
you're watching a completely different movie.
Exactly. And
that's the thing. I very much enjoyed the first 2 acts of that movie, but nothing of what not really anything of what happens in the first 2 acts comes back at the end. So you're like, oh. I wanted more of the gang, the ones that went to kill Manson, but we didn't see.
Yeah,
we didn't see. We had 1 scene with them. We hardly saw anything of it. So I'm like,
and as I pitched constantly, if the movie turned into Rick and his stunt double, I keep forgetting his fucking name. God damn it, the character.
Oh, Brad Pitt.
I don't know. All right. Anyway, if the movie turned into Leo and Brad
Cliff Booth.
Cliff, there we go. If the movie turned into Rick and Cliff going to take on the entire Manson family and just obliterating them from existence,
please.
A la the ending from Inglourious Basterds, I'd have been like, hey, this is awesome. I'm down. But no, instead we had to do the really cheapo version of the scene, and it just looked ugly. I didn't care.
Well, the thing is, I was entertained throughout the movie, but when I thought about it after, I was like, wait, but there was hardly any setup for the ending, at least in my opinion. And that's the thing, that there's like a complete scene of Margot Robbie's character going to the movie to see a movie of herself, and nothing happens. And you're just watching for like 20 minutes of her seeing a movie of herself, going to the theater, not getting recognized, by the way, and then having to say, oh no, I'm in that movie. it's 20 minutes of nothing. Then I'm like, why am I watching the scene? What is good about this?
Well, because the
No
real
clue.
life version of this is she did. She
I
died that
know,
night. But
I know, but that didn't happen in the movie.
exactly.
So
So
if you're gonna change the movie, then change it completely, or at least change the original story. I mean, so,
yes, the original story.
yeah, original. Yeah, I gotta keep it.
uh, but
Um,
but look, let's just call it like it is, though. If Jojo Rabbit can pull the miracle of all miracles and win this fucking thing, that would be just a slap in the face to the old Oscars people who
yeah.
don't know what the fuck they're doing anymore.
Yeah,
Maybe
out of the if you look at like which movies got the most nominations, Joker. I hope that Joker will be like La La Land, where it got the most nominations but doesn't even get half of the wins. Because honestly, I don't feel like it deserves that many. Then The Irishman, 1917, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood got 10. Sure. Of course, they'll take a lot of awards from each other because they're nominated in a lot of the same categories. But yeah, I really hope I'm hoping for Ford v Ferrari, Marriage Story, and Jojo Rabbit to win some Oscars because they fucking deserve it.
yes, and and again, I'm sorry to get super political here for just 2 seconds here, guys, but if Jojo Rabbit does win, y'all realize how much of a big fuck you that's going to be to the Trump administration, and they've earned it.
And I
So
love it. So please let that happen.
please, I'm begging you, Academy, vote correct on this one, since you couldn't get fucking anything else right. The way I feel.
Okay, they got a couple of things right, but
they got a couple, but still,
it's very predictable.
Yeah, it's so predictable. But yeah, so I guess that actually ought about wrap up this conversation, this special bonus episode, as you will. I don't really know what else I have to say because I'm just still in such a sour mood. Alas, what shall you do?
This conversation made me realize why. First of all, I love every single year for the last couple of years we have gotten on a call together to just talk about the Oscar nominations and rant about it. And both last year and this year we did it on this channel. So that's always it's very
Therapeutic.
It's very therapeutic, yeah. Like it clears the mind. It's like, okay, we're at least like on a lot of things we actually agree, which is very good.
It doesn't happen very often, Case. What's happening?
No. Okay. I just to be fair, compared to when I started the entire online thing, I was very set in my ways and not wanting to listen to other people's opinions. And since then, I have changed a little bit in terms of I can at least see why a movie is good or why a movie is bad, despite the fact that I have different feelings towards it. So in that regard, I've changed a little bit, and you've also changed it a little bit in terms of now. Yeah,
Not
I just feel like
not just trying to please everyone, but also allow myself to be a little selfish from time to time.
Yeah, true. And I just feel in that regard we've grown a little bit towards each other so that we agree a little bit more than we used to.
True.
Because I remember the first couple of conversations we hated each other.
Oh, we did.
So yeah, it shows. But it's always very nice to just talk Oscars with you and just rant a little. And despite the fact that we don't agree on everything, we do agree on some things.
We do. Absolutely. So yeah, and I think that actually I about covered it for today. So guys, thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Who Cares Anyway podcast. We hope you enjoyed the conversation. Yeah, please comment down below how wrong we are about the wrong movies getting nominated 11 and 10 fucking times each. About why they should have gotten nominated 10 times each. Can't wait to read those comments. Or if you're on our side and you feel that, like, what movies would you have loved to have seen get nominated for the certain categories out there? But please, like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Tap the bell to get notified about new videos. Kees, where may the good folks find you online?
You can find me on Twitter at Dutch Movie Guy, Facebook and Letterboxd at just simply my name, Kees Cornelissen. I am the Star Wars champion over at Movie Trivia Face Off, so check out Movie Trivia Face Off. They have a lot of cool matches over there, and they're going to start up soon, I think. We'll see. Shut up, Sean. And check out the watch-alongs that we do every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. We watch a movie. So if you just want to relax with us, watch a movie, vote on the poll that is in the Facebook group. This week we will watch Zodiac.
Hell yes. And I cannot wait to actually finally be around for a watch along because that movie is...
Oh yeah, for Zodiac this week, Jeremy Adams is actually a guest on that one.
Yay! It's going to be fun because Zodiac is phenomenal.
Yes, it is.
Arguably Fincher's best film.
I mean, it's Fincher.
Yeah. Can't go wrong. So, of course, you guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Stardust, Letterboxd, and Discord at Skywalker Dome. And you guys can follow this very channel on Twitter and Instagram at D2A Channel. Please like our Facebook page, join our Facebook group, keep up with the conversation. Later on this week, I'll be sitting down with a couple friends and someone who I've never officially met before to talk about one of my favorite things in the world, that being Star Trek and the great TV shows. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait for you guys to see what the conversation goes. But until next time, you know what to do. Take care!